And sports broadcaster Grant Hill has accomplished a lot through NBA basketball. In addition to basketball and what he's done on the court, he's also on a mission to help educate men about prostate cancer, which disproportionately affects African-American men. This morning, Grant Hill joins us now to talk all about taking ownership of your own health, family, and more. And we should note that this segment is sponsored by Dendreon Pharmaceuticals, LLC. Good morning to you, Grant.
Good morning. Good morning to you.
All right. So we have a little bit of a delay, so we're going to get through this as best we can. So let's talk about your mission here of prostate cancer awareness and why you've decided to get involved in this.
Well, you said it best in your opening. I mean, African-American men are disproportionately impacted by prostate cancer. African-American men are twice as likely to be diagnosed with prostate cancer and 2.5 times more likely to die from prostate cancer. And so that's just staggering right there. And 1 in 7 men will be diagnosed, 1 in 7 African-American men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer in their lifetime. And when diagnosed early in life, it's more extreme and more severe. And so when I heard these numbers and I heard this, I said, look, I got to get off the sidelines. I have to get into the game here and try to really collectively together educate and inform. And let's really change that. We have an opportunity here, I think, and I really believe where we can change that narrative. And so it's important, and that's why I'm here.
All right. And part of the deal with changing the narrative is a lot of men don't go to the doctor. They're reluctant to go to the doctor to get these checkups, which kind of leads to part of the problem. By the time they realize there is an issue, in some cases it's moved along and it's far gone. So with this program, Start Strong for Health, how do we change that narrative? What's the message you want to get out there to men and say, hey, first of all, go to the doctor?
Yeah, you're so right. I mean, I think all men, but, particularly African-American men, we don't go. We don't go like we should. We don't go get regular checkups in general. And something like prostate cancer, typically, even when, we don't go, we typically will go if there's a problem, and even then sometimes we don't go if there's a problem. And the thing with prostate cancer, there's not always the signs, there's not always the problems until it's too late. And so we have to change that. We have to go, we have to have consultations, we have to talk to our doctor, learn more about it, understand what the treatment options are. I'm imploring the women in our lives, the daughters, the spouses, the significant other, the mother, the auntie, the colleague. Sometimes men, we need a little nudge to go and get checked out. But as there's no sort of prevention of it, but there's a way to cure it and treat it, particularly early on. And so that's one of the most important messages in all of it. And so, as we talk about this and, understanding, look, if you want to learn more and access prescribing information, you can go to www.startstrong.us. That has an abundance of information on this. But as you said it best, we got to get rid of that stigma as men as it relates to going to the doctor. This can be prevented. Unlike in sports, you get hurt, you might sit out for a game or even a season, or your career-ending injury you might have. Here, it's life or death. And we have a chance to change that and extend people's lives as it relates to prostate cancer.
All right, real quick, let's talk a little basketball here. You're part of the Atlanta Hawks ownership group, so you got some say in this. What's your stance on everything that's going on with the NBA and these vaccinations? Some getting vaccinated, in some other sports they've got 100% vaccination or close to 100% vaccination. In the NBA, there seems to be a problem, and that could lead to players not being able to play in certain cities. What say you on this?
Yeah, look, I mean, first of all, I'm vaccinated, and so is my family. Look, I think there's a small percentage, a small minority of athletes who have had some issues with regards to that. I would hate for players to miss a significant amount of time. There's municipalities with different rules and different laws. I think the one thing I'll say is the league and the Players Association in recent years have had a good working relationship and have been able to resolve issues. And I'm pretty confident that this will get resolved here moving forward. You want everyone to be healthy, happy, and have great, seasons. And I think we have a great NBA season in front of us. And I can't wait as a fan, as an owner, as a broadcaster. I wear many hats, but I can't wait to get started and watch these great players play this upcoming year.
All right. We got somebody who knows, who's very familiar with you, Grant, sitting here beside me.